So I'm finishing up my Uber Eats a little early tonight because I'm frustrated. Um, I think I'm gonna need to take some time off. It was an okay night. It wasn't great. I mean, there was like a solid like hour there where I didn't get anything, and of course it was right in the middle of the little bonus period that they actually did give you, and it's not a good bonus period. It wasn't very long, and it really wasn't a good bonus. It's one of those consecutive bonuses where you have to accept three in a row to get the bonus. Um, I was in some hot spots where I knew lots of restaurants did the Uber Eats in good areas, and during normal like dinner time rush and just nothing. And I don't know if there were just a lot of drivers out or folks weren't doing it for whatever reason, but it was very frustrating. So I felt like I just wasted a whole hour of my night. And then I was picking up at restaurants and having to wait like 20 minutes. Because once you are in that bonus, the consecutive bonus, you can't decline and you can't reject, so you have to accept it. It's consecutive, otherwise you lose your little bonus. And again, it's not a good bonus. I'm really frustrated by the bonuses because they've been either non-existent or really bad. Uber just came out with their IPO. They just went public as far as publicly traded company. And all their financials say that they're actually losing money, and they're still getting a bunch of investors, but what they're really doing is investing in self-driving cars, self-automated cars, where they won't need people. And if that's the way they're going, and I guess that's the way everyone's going, really, there's going to be a lot of drivers that don't have jobs anymore, and sorry, that was a motorcycle driving really fast. And a bunch of the drivers for both Lyft and Uber just went on strike. But that's, I've always believed that you are as strong as your employees, and that your employees make your company. They are the face of your company. They are the ones who interact with your customers every single day. And if you don't treat them right, then they're either going to pass their frustrations along to your clients, your customers, or they're going to leave. And I think I'm to the point where I might be shutting it down. I'm just short of 2,000 total trips, and that is Uber Eats and the normal Uber driver stuff. People delivery, and food delivery. So that's combined. I'm just under 2,000, and I would say that there were some things that I really like about it, but the negatives are really starting to creep up. I don't like working till 2:00 in the morning. I don't want to work till 3. Every weekend. And without the bonuses, I don't feel like I am making enough to really justify it. Just really frustrated. So, I mean, to figure out how much you actually make, you need, and this is actually a really good formula. So this is what I kind of figure. You figure out what dollar amount you need to make to justify your time away from your family per hour. Say you need $20 an hour, and you make $20 an hour, which you may or may not do. Figure that 20% of that goes to taxes. You're going to have to pay the tax man at the end of the year. So 20% of that $20 goes there. And then you figure you're probably doing at least 30 miles-ish per hour. And then so that's, for me, that's about what I get per gallon anyway. So that's another $3 or $4, depending on how much gas is on top of that. And then you got wear and tear on your vehicle. You have depreciation. You have faster needs for oil changes, faster needs for new tires. Just had to put new tires on the car. And all that really adds up. So if you made $20 an hour, you're probably only getting closer to like 12 at the end of the day, and that sucks. So that means really, if you want to make $20 an hour, your Uber app needs to say that you're making $35, and I don't know, less than half your customers are going to tip you. So on a good night, I'm thinking if my tips take care of all of my gas, then I did okay. If I get 30-40% of all my customers tipping, and some are very generous tippers and some are not so generous, but at the same time, any tip is generous, so they don't have to do it. They are paying for your service, but I don't think that they understand that what they pay, how much of that actually goes to Uber. There are deliveries where it's a short delivery and I might get $3, but I look and you look at the detail, and Uber takes about $3 too. So hold on a second. I drove to the restaurant. I waited for the restaurant. I made the delivery, and usually it's a giant pain in the butt. If it's an apartment, those are super frustrating. Today it was raining, and I delivered to a lady who was not close to me, not close to the restaurant, which is okay, because they pay by the time and the mileage. You know, that gets factored in a little bit. But it was to a home on a piece of land that did not have a sufficient walkway. So I am trudging through this lady's wet yard because she doesn't have a sidewalk, and she's sitting there watching me, and my feet are all wet, and I get there and I deliver, and it's a pain in the butt to get there, and it was a pain in the butt to get out, because she's not situated right, and no tip. And there's another one I just delivered, like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, and the person lives on a major street, very busy, and there's absolutely nowhere to park. He doesn't tell you that in the app. He's not saying, hey, this is how you can get to me. No, none of that. You know, I read the directions. And so I had to figure out how to get there, and I had to find his alley, and then of course there's their vehicles are all in their driveway, so I have to leave my car in the middle of the alley and then try to run around through the grass to get to the front door. It's awful. And then it wasn't a thank you or of course no tip there either. It was just a hey, and then just took your food, and I said, oh, thank you very much, have a great weekend. And then that's it. And I'm like, at least have some courtesy. I would say I like people, and I should preface by saying that I really do like people. So when I do the people deliveries, and even food deliveries a little bit, I like to talk to my passengers. What are you up to tonight? How's it going? How was your week? Oh, what the weather? Sports, whatever, music. I don't care. And some people want to talk, and some don't, and that's cool if they don't. And you want to make sure that they're comfortable. I would say that most people who jump in your car are going to give you a real quick greeting and then pop up their phone and start messing around. And so you have to initiate the conversation, and depending on their response to that conversation, you either keep on talking or you just kind of be quiet. But not only are some people a little rough, those late night deliveries that I'm kind of sick of doing right now, those late night drives, you get real tired of aggressive drunks. I know people like to party, and I'm so glad that there's an option out there for them, so they're not getting behind the wheel and making a bad choice. But mean drunks, it's just not worth it. You're like, wow, I put up with this guy's hardcore crap, just listening to him spew garbage, and sometimes be verbally abusive, and I made $7. Is that worth it? No, it's not. So that is really old. I'm sick of that, which is why I've been doing a lot more UberEats lately, because I just don't want to deal with it. But then all the bonuses are crap. If they're available at all right now, they're crap. They're very selective. It's very tiny little times and places you can do it, at least in my neck of the woods. And I'm really disappointed. And I think after almost 2,000 runs, I think I've about had it. So you might not see any more Uber. Sorry, hold on a second. You might not see any more Uber videos from me for a while or ever. I don't know. But I think it's time for me to find another source of income that is more reliable, and maybe something I can do at home where I'm not necessarily gone all the time, and is more profitable. I mean, there's so many expenses in this that nobody takes into account. So, all right, well, until next time, maybe. Thanks again for watching.